Hey guys, my name's Esided, and I post raid guides and tutorials so you can farm any raid in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In this video, I will provide the best 3 Pokemon to use against 7-star Rillaboom, whether you like to play solo or online with others. Now, quick disclaimer before we jump into the top 3, you will not be seeing any one-turn KOs or one-shots in this video. For a one-shot to work, you need 4 people with clear communication. If you're joining a random raid online, a one-shot strategy would never work with how chaotic an online environment is. So my builds and guides focus more on Pokemon strategies that can win regardless if you're solo, online with randoms, or playing with a friend or two. With that out of the way, let's jump into my top 3 Pokemon to use against 7-star Rillaboom. Number 3 is going to be Zamazunta. With Zamazunta's massive defense stat and crown form while holding the rusted shield, it's a prime candidate to use Body Press. Zamazunta is only weak to Rillaboom's low kick, but once you start raising your defense with Iron Defense, low kick will be dealing minimal damage, even with all of Rillaboom's attack buffs. The reason why Zamazunta is number 3 on our list is because it doesn't have a way to debuff Rillaboom's defense. It doesn't have access to a move like Screech. So the strategy you want to use is to body press 2 or 3 times immediately. Rillaboom should put up its shield and reset your buffs early. Once Rillaboom resets your stats, Rillaboom will not reset your stats again, so at this point you're safe to Iron Defense 3 times to put yourself at +6 defense. Once you're +6 defense, start spamming Body Press and Tera as soon as possible if you're healthy enough. It's important to note, once you Tera, you'll be weak to Rillaboom's acrobatics, but if you're +6 defense, the super effective attack shouldn't be hurting too bad. But it's still important to note. You may need to heal cheer once or twice to ensure you stay alive because this Zamazunta build does not have any healing options. Number 2 is a Pokemon you probably haven't seen highlighted yet, and that's Torkel. Torkel has all the tools to shine in this raid. It has one of the highest defensive stats of the Paldean Pokedex at a big 140 base defense stat, so it'll be dealing big damage with Body Press. It has access to Iron Defense to increase its defense and thus increasing Body Press's damage. What sets Torkel aside from the others on this list is its hidden ability, Shell Armor, which prevents critical hits. Critical hits have around a 4 to 6% chance to proc anytime Rillaboom attacks, and crits will ignore any stat changes. So I'm sure last weekend you or a teammate lost a Rillaboom raid due to an unlucky crit. Torkel will not have this problem. You will never lose a raid due to an RNG crit with Shell Armor. I noticed when using Torkel, prior to tearing, Rillaboom's move of choice will be Body Slam, which has a 30% chance to paralyze. So if you do get parried, use a heal cheer to cure the stats condition. Once you Tera, Rillaboom will prefer to use acrobatics or low kick, so at that point you'll have no worries of being parried. For this build, we have Shell Bell as our item for recovery, max HP and max defense for max survivability, and the moves include Iron Defense, Body Press, Clear Smog, and Will-O-Wisp. I found Clear Smog particularly useful during this raid because Rillaboom will usually growth and bulk up to be +3 attack. And if you and your teammates have neutral defenses, you will faint to a +3 Rillaboom. So Clear Smog can neutralize all of Rillaboom's stats. Just keep in mind with great power comes with great responsibility. Clear Smog will also neutralize any debuffs on Rillaboom's side. So be mindful if someone is using Screech. You will revert all the defense drops on Rillaboom that Screech did. And Will-O-Wisp could be useful to drop Rillaboom's attack by 50%. The problem I have with Will-O-Wisp is Rillaboom will reset the burn when the shield goes up early, and you can't use Will-O-Wisp during the shield. So I prefer to just attack with Body Press in the beginning because attacking will trigger Rillaboom's shield quicker and help build towards your Tera early. So much like Zamazunta, the general strategy will be to Body Press 2 or 3 times to force Rillaboom's shield and the neutralizing of your stats. Once Rillaboom neutralizes your stats, you're safe to Iron Defense to +6 defense. And again, no need to worry about a random crit here because of your Shell Armor hidden ability. Once you're +6, Body Press into Body Press Tera. The Shell Bell will grant you so much recovery that you shouldn't have to heal cheer, but like I said earlier, you're more likely to heal cheer to remove the paralysis from Rillaboom's Body Slam rather than for raw healing. And number 1, you know who it is, it's gotta be Corvinite. It's just the most consistent option for this raid. If you know how to play Corviknight properly into Rillaboom, you'll never lose, unless you get crit. For item, I recommend Shell Bell for recovery, max HP and defense for survivability, and the only moves that matter are Body Press, Iron Defense, and Screech. You can use Taunt as your 4th move, but Taunt has limited utility into Rillaboom and just complicates the straightforward strategy. And I also saw people recommending Roost as their 4th move, but keep in mind when you Roost, you will be weak to Rillaboom's low kicks because you lose your flying type for that turn. So in my opinion, it's just not worth running. I would rather heal cheer if needed. So the general strategy here is to Screech 3 times immediately before the shield goes up. Rillaboom will not reset its stats until it's about halfway through the raid, so the defense drops stick around for a long time at the beginning of the raid. By the 3rd or 4th turn, Rillaboom will put up its shield, so if you miss a Screech, you will not have time to Screech again. But that's no big deal. The raid is still winnable, even if you miss. If you have other Screechers, the step does go quicker. Body press Rillaboom until it resets your stats. At that point, you're safe to Iron Defense. Iron Defense to +6 defense, and then Body Press. Depending on Rillaboom's defense, you should just break through the shield, especially if you have the Tera ready after Iron Defensing. Rillaboom will then reset its own stats, so it'll remove the Screeches from the beginning of the raid, so you can Screech once or twice, and then Body Press till victory. In conclusion, Pokemon that can buff their own defense to keep up with Rillaboom's attack buffs are essential for this raid, because no Iron Hands is going to live a +3 attack Rillaboom, especially after they belly drum. And turning your buff defenses into raw attack power with a move like Body Press streamlines the process of buffing your own damage. Because every time you Iron Defense, you're taking Rillaboom's hits better, and your Body Press will be dealing even more damage. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, so this video can be boosted in YouTube's algorithm. I post raid guides and tutorials so you can be the very best like no one ever was. Comment who you used to defeat Rillaboom the first weekend. I respond to all the comments, and I love seeing all your unique builds that I didn't even think of. With that said, I'll see you next time.